Bonjour everyone. Don't know why I'm smiling actually, it's disappointing that. It is disappointing that. I think Newcastle been hard done by their penalty shootout defeat to Leicester in the second round of the Carabao Cup. 1-1 after full time. We were the better side, dominated it. Didn't really create enough chances. The wrong pass here and there in the penalty box. But to go out on a penalty shootout was always heartbreaking, isn't it?
Nah. It's like being an England fan, isn't it? It's like you could get to the quarterfinals, get to a penalty shootout, and you're just thinking, we're going to lose or something.
Two English players that missed for Newcastle as well. In John Joe Shelby and Isaac Hayden.
Disappointing. Like, we did play well. Like, it's maybe a blessing in disguise just to get it done so we can just focus on the league at the end of the day, really, because I've had a lot of injuries this week, a lot of like doubts, players unfit because of the tough game against Tottenham. But it's always disheartening. Like, no one wants to go out of the cup. If you can go as far as you can, great. But it can be maybe a blessing in disguise. But it is still disappointing because the draw was hard. We could have had anyone. We could have had like Lincoln or Carlisle or any like League Two team. But we probably got between Leicester and Everton. They were the two ones that we didn't want, and we got them, and it was disappointing. But we played well. At least we can be proud of it. Like I always say, like if you lose, but you play well and you can take something from it, great. Yeah,
we're not fickle like lots of fans across the country and media outlets trying to make out to be fickle. We're not. Like we saw the team try the hardest tonight, came very close, couldn't have done any more really, apart from a better finisher in the box or that final ball. But at least they gave the roll, and you've seen everyone running for it and everyone trying the hardest. And players like Muto trying to impress. Bruce got his goal. Matty Longstaff outstanding. You know, Victor Fernandez came in, brilliant.
Did he?
Federico Fernandez.
I was going to say
Victor's older brother. Out the back, mentoring him there, and I thought he put in a shift. Everyone did. Even Darlow saved from corners, saved a penalty. Like you said, everyone can be proud tonight. And it's just the unlucky rule of penalties, really, isn't it?
Especially when you talk about like the fringe players, like Muto, especially put in a hell of a shift. His issue is he's just not tall or strong enough to be like a lone striker.
Yeah.
Like he needs a partner to be there, and like we did struggle with that today.
I think even Joe Lennon up top could do a job, like.
Yeah, they could do. Like people always talk about like the little and large combination, so that could work. Even like when like Carroll comes in, he's the big guy. Like someone like
if Carroll was fit to have him there tonight up in front of Muto would be a big difference.
Would have been wicked. But Muto ran his socks off. He put in some. Like he won some big headers against like Wes Morgan and that, and he was making tackles, he was winning the ball back, he was chasing down everything. Like I was impressed with Muto the day. He did put in a solid shift. Matty Longstaff as well.
Going back to the cup draw there now, it's a shame because you look at Sunderland tonight winning 3-1 at Turf Moor over Burnley, and we're doing this now. Pray to God Leicester don't draw Sunderland.
You know they will.
Because fuck's sake, it's bound to be, and I'll be gutted if that's the case. I can't believe they've got that win tonight. Some big upsets in this cup. Some big upsets in this cup so far.
Yeah.
Some Premier League teams going out on Tuesday night. Everton were close to going out against Lincoln. They were 2-2 at one point. I think they won out 4-2 winners in the end. But Lincoln took the early lead. But back in the night, Newcastle go 1-0 down as well. If you aren't following our socials, make sure you do Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, the Magpie channel. We released the goal, and it came from a very poor decision by the referee where Williams made a great tackle. He gives it, and you just think, this is gone in, and it's the worst free kick ever. It's a horrible deflection by Pretty Boy Madison
off the wall,
off Richie, I think it was, and in undeserved lead from them.
Yeah, it really was. Like the tackle from where we were sitting looked perfect. Like shout out Jetro Williams and all. To be fair, he played a really good game today.
Great game, Big Shaq.
Really good game. Put in some solid tackles. I think his pace may be lacking a little bit for the Premier League, but he's getting there. It's on his first start, like second major appearance. But it was a great tackle. Like the referee was a little bit dodgy today, especially like
very dodgy.
The linesman as well. That was a tackle right in front of us. Great. Actually, no, it was got wiped out. I think it was Muto. Muto got wiped out right in front of us. Waved on. The linesman was like standing on his toes. It's like, how did you miss that? It's ridiculous how some poor calls, none more so than the goal. Should never have been a free kick. From where we were sitting, we haven't seen the replay yet. Couldn't maybe change my mind, but from where we were looking, it looked like a fantastic tackle. Obviously, and that was the goal that was the free kick, the decision that got Leicester that only goal of the game. Big deflection and all. Like I say, it wasn't even a great free kick. Like James Madison is a fantastic free kick taker. That wasn't his best. It was just scuffed off the wall and wrong-footed Darlow. There's not anyone could have done about it. It's kicking the teeth, really, that's the goal we conceded and lost the game.
Jose Perez made his return here at St James Park tonight, and there was none of that. He missed a chance right at the end as well to get the winner.
He did. And he got Perez chance.
And he got heavily booed throughout as well. What do you make of his performance and the reaction from the Toon fans?
It was an alright performance. Like as we've seen from Perez over the years, like he can he can be hit or miss, he can be shit or great. Like today was an in-between performance. He was alright. He had a couple of chances where we would call them typical Perez goals, like where it just comes in, just literally snapshots. He had like 2 or 3 decent chances were there. He was alright. If we were going to give him a player rating, it would be another typical slap bang in the middle, probably like a 5, 6 at a push. But the boos, I really, really disagreed with that. I thought that was really, really poor form from the Newcastle fans. The booed him there, disgusting. Like, why? Like, we all know at the time he left, that was when it was all going shit. Like, Rafa just left. We didn't have a manager. We hadn't signed any players. Joe Allen and Sam Maximin hadn't come in yet. Why the fuck would you stay?
His release clause got met, so he's got no say in it anyways. He'd rather obviously go to a club that's showing ambition and probably are going to finish top 6,
exactly,
at least top 8.
Yeah, like Leicester currently are a better team than what Newcastle are. Like, we've both tipped them to be 7th, I think, in the league, top 8 ahead of Chelsea. They've got more ambition. They are like a forward-thinking club more than what Newcastle were, particularly. When was that? It was early July, wasn't it, at the end of Rafa's contract? So he left early July when we looked like we could have finished rock bottom. Things were going so badly for us at the time, and like I say, his clause was met. There's nothing we could have done about it, and like everyone wished him well. From what I see on social media, no one was like, "Oh, Perez, you scab, you prick," or whatever. Everyone was like, "Fair play." Like, we respect.
Everyone said in my poll though, it was 19% were only going to boo him.
Aye, but
81% weren't going to boo, but that's the difference between social media and reality. There. It was the other way around, I think. 80% booing and 20% not. On to Newcastle players though, my guy Matty Longstaff, he made his first start tonight. I was out in Malia with him the other month. Top lad and top performance from the young in the day.
Yeah, it's nice to see like youngins get a debut, especially in like cup competitions. I didn't think he would have started today. I thought he would have started from the bench, but yeah, you can see his quality. There's a reason why he was named in the Premier League squad. He's a really, really good player. Obviously, Sean probably wasn't this far along this time 12 months ago.
No.
Like, he didn't play many like first team games, so like he's looking like a real quality. And in the first few senior games Sean played, I wasn't very impressed with him, to be honest. Like, his first 2 or 3 games, I thought he was actually quite poor. But then he finally came into it in about November, December time. But Matty's looking like a real baller, and he had a really good game today. Class. There was a couple of chances where he should have just took a shot.
Should have had more bravery to shoot, definitely.
I think he was just trying to like be too much of a team player. Like, sorry, be greedy. Like, you don't score unless you shoot.
Smash it like St. Etienne.
Nah, he came on. He was literally on the field about 4 seconds. Just gives about bosh. But he needs to like put that into his game. Be a bit more selfish. I know he's a midfield player. I think he's more of a link up and assist kind of guy than he is a goal scorer. And like being on his debut, he might have felt he needed to be a bit more of a team player. But nah, like just go for it. No one's going to argue if you get a shot off and at least you get it on target instead of like trying to pass it back and then the pass leads to nothing. Like, just get a shot away. It's all right. Go for it, mate. Go for it. It's like, if you're going to go out well, and I thought we did. Like, penalties is always a kick in the dick.
Well, everyone was very pessimistic before the night, weren't they? Especially when you've seen Leicester's pretty much fully strength 11.
They did,
right? And you were thinking maybe like a 3-1, a 3-0, but Newcastle unlucky to go behind, and if it wasn't for that poor referee decision, would have got the 1-0 win on the night. Yeah, could have easily still got it nicked to 2-1 myself. Chances either way, and it's shame to go out on penalties, but that's the way it is. That's cup football for you. Yeah. We'll move on. I'm sure it'll be a different 11 that plays Watford here on Saturday. Look forward to that game. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, the game and the team and anyone that stood out for you. Cheers for watching, everyone. Make sure you subscribe and enjoy yourself.